You should be able to hear me, but I don't know if you can. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, and an engaging conversation. What's up, Genderless P, Anthony
Hey.
Ray, Sidewire, Soul King, Gonk, Starbound, Desire Without Emotion. Wow, a lot of you seem to be very surprised that I'm alive. Um, this is one of those times where the community of people who like regularly watch our stuff, like me and you, Fazant, and then also like T Dreads,
Yeah.
but isn't on Twitter, are just like missing half of the story. Like all the videos I posted today, people in the comments were like, "It feels like I can still hear him sometimes," or "Rip Gibby." Someone said "Rip Gibby 1945 to 2026."
Yeah. It was I kept getting comments being like, Gibby's posting on the other channel. He's still alive. And Withered was like, no, he just scheduled.
Yeah, very very unfortunate. Some people were happy I was dead, but that's fine. It's whatever. Do you want to explain to them what happened?
Yeah. Well, do I explain the lore of it or like the
Oh,
making of like
the
what
the
happened?
lore, the true,
Okay.
honest lore. Someone said the first Shizu tweet I ever saw was him saying he could have saved you.
Yeah, so the lore was that at 12 a.m. On April 1st, Gibby went missing. He was reported missing. Some police went over to his house, and they found images that were left, and one of them was T Dreads looking all ominous, and it said "No more Gibby." And so T Dreads was the top suspect for the crime of the missing Gibby. And then later on, they shared some footage of the crime scene, and it was Gibby kind of like you know laying on the floor in what appeared to be a hurt manner. And then
I'm gonna
we got
play.
some messages.
I'm gonna play the video. So this is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the
It's only
police
like a minute
found.
40, so
On April 1st, 2026, at 12 a.m. EST, Gibson Devin Morningstar went missing. Gibson was a famous Chris Chan and FNAF YouTuber. He was also known for hiking. However, his viewers could notice something was off.
On April 1st, 2026, I will kill Gibby.
We are still unsure of what it means. On April 1st, Gibby took these photos. These are the photos Gibby took. New hair. Thanks at T-Dreads. What? Ow. The photos came with no messages attached. If you have any information regarding Gibson, please.
dude, Fredden did so good with this.
Yeah. And then just lingers on TD. Okay, so the context of that in real life. So basically, 12:01 a.m. Fazant tweets out that like Gibby's gone missing, and so the plan was basically they all told me like, just don't post on the internet tomorrow. No tweets. We're all gonna pretend you're dead. Okay. So the beginning of this was, I think it was you, right? You were just photoshopping creepy images of
Yeah,
everyone.
Fredden taught me how to do curves on Photoshop to like make things look dark and ominous. So I was just making stupid little like fake thumbnails and like spooky images of people. And, and we decided to just turn it into a whole thing because I did the one of TD where it said "No more Gibby," and
Mhm.
then that just turned into like, what if we made this like an analog horror thing?
Yeah, so this has a lot of what's the Painter series called? Is it just called The Painter?
Oh, I
Is
have
it
no idea. I don't
so?
know.
I think what Fredden is most consciously referencing, because he's the one who made this video, is a thing called The Painter, where it just sort of shows these scary paintings, and then text pops up like this. And it's known for being really, really bad. Like, people do not like it. People think it's like it's stupid, like over the top, gruesome. So while Fazen is editing these images, Fredden just makes this video. Like, he's like, "Hey guys, just come check this out." And he just shows us this, and we were dying laughing. The creepy music at the end is the theme song for Brigadoon in reverse. Like, that's the kind of lengths he went to just for this nonsense thing that no one's gonna see.
Yeah, it was thrown together in like a couple hours.
Yeah. It is called The Painter. Thank you, Soul King. Yeah, no, so that was that was the joke. If you're on Twitter today, you would have seen a bunch of FNAF tubers tweeting, "Gibby has gone missing. I cannot believe T-Dreads would do this."
Yeah, and then the lore for Why You're Alive now. I replaced you and me with the Fredbear plush, the crying child, as my guy's the little Fredbear plush, and said I will put you back together. So, I put him back together. I did it, guys.
Yeah. And now we can finally finish the amazing digital circus. Someone said T-Dread slimed Gibby. Exactly.
I think the funniest part of it all was that T-Dreads had no idea about any of this. He was
Bro was
asleep the whole time. I was just grabbing images from like different streams of T-Dreads and stuff. He had no idea about any of this. I sent it to him while he was sleeping, and he woke up and was like, "What is this?"
You killed Gibby last night. Play along. And then if you guys watched on 3 of my many channels, I uploaded April Fool's videos, and some people were like mad about my Horror Homestead one. So the video I uploaded was a book analysis review, just like I do with my Frights videos, but of the novel Sirens, which was written by Braden Coffin, Scott's son. And my plan was always to have the thumbnail and title for today only, for April Fool's Day, be the Silver Eyes. And so, hey guys, welcome to the Silver Eyes, and then turns out it's actually Sirens. I had the idea yesterday that if I told everyone, hey guys, April Fool's Day, I'm not doing it this year. I was gonna say that I'm doing Frailty, but really it's the Silver Eyes, so I'm not gonna do that, so it's just the Silver Eyes tomorrow. And there were at least 10 people in the comment section saying, "This is a double twist, you're lying, this is part of the prank, it's not going to be real, it's going to be something besides the Silver Eyes." And they were all correct. And I'm very, very proud of that video, and I think that everyone should go and watch it. Oh, Absol says, "Wait, it isn't really a Silver Eyes video?" No. You should go watch it. No, it's Sirens. And I'm going to change the thumbnail and the title tomorrow, so it's not lying, because it's only funny to be fooled on April Fool's Day. But yes, so we are now going to actually finish the Amazing Digital Circus. So make sure... Oh yeah, I guess if you guys heard the other video, you should be able to hear that. But there's only 2 episodes left. And this is episode 7, Beach episode. Someone in chat said, "Gibby, I wasn't going to watch that because I didn't finish the Silver Eyes." Yeah, no, it is in fact not actually the Silver Eyes. All right, let's go.
Is the adventure over already?
No, the adventure hasn't even started yet.
Okay, so Zubel was hiding in a box to prevent from being on the adventure. So last episode, we saw them in that little flower pot thing. Mm-hmm. So at this point, it's like the levels of discomfort that they're going to avoid going on the adventure is like escalating each time. It really shows how much they just absolutely hate going on the adventures. But in episode 1, Ragatha was like, "We go on the adventure so we don't go insane." And so the question is Zubel potentially, like, going crazy more than the others? Like, is there an implication there that they may abstract soon? Possibly. Also, for everyone in chat, I forgot to do the introduction. So we're watching through Digital Circus, because I'm going to be making a video analyzing it, like, going through the story. So we're looking for reoccurrences of the colors blue and red. We're looking for evidence for and against Pomni being an AI, and we're just looking for general foreshadowing and anything else that we may have not seen. This is my third time going through the series, but I do know that some of you haven't seen it at all. So, continuing.
Oh, well, don't be a narc. Find your own hiding spot.
It's not that, it's just that we haven't even seen Caine at all today. Plus, Gangle was looking for you. Hi, Zubel.
Wait, what's this?
Hello, my little rubber baby buggy bumpers! Today, I've decided to go to the store to get essential ingredients for my signature milk and cigarette casserole.
And there's a bee on the paper, and I don't know why. Bubble, the bee is running away from Bubble. Interesting. I've seen people theorizing that there might be a yellow AI entity.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot too.
But, like, I didn't start seeing that until yesterday. Like, the most recent episode came out over a week ago. It wasn't until yesterday that people were like, there's actually yellow. So bees obviously would be yellow as well.
Yeah, I think it stems from, there were some toy blocks or something in one of the earlier episodes that had, like, it was A, B, and C, and the B was, like, the yellow one, and it was right next to the, it was, like, in between the A and the B, or the A and the C, because that's, Caine and Abel.
Caine and Abel, yeah.
B, too.
So, and B, the letter B, it's a B, it's yellow. Yeah. So maybe Bubble is actually the yellow entity. So we're definitely also looking for that.
I hope you can handle yourselves until I get back.
Well, this was fun while it lasted.
So, what's the adventure today?
Oh, I don't have an adventure for you today, so you can do whatever you feel like.
All right, sounds fine to me.
You should ask me for suggestions on what to do instead.
No.
What should we do instead?
No, Gangle.
Wait, sorry.
Great question, Gangle. For an answer, let me consult the Chinese room.
Okay, he had a bit prepared.
All right, so he's definitely about to explain it, but the Chinese room is a computer, or more of a processing artificial intelligence thing. So philosophically, the idea is that if you put a person in a room who does not speak Chinese, but you give them an English to Chinese dictionary, and then you have someone on the outside slip in, something in Chinese, and so the guy on the inside reads it and then is able to translate it and then can respond. You've created a system, the room as a whole is capable of inputting Chinese and outputting Chinese, but nothing in the room actually speaks Chinese. So how do we have a system that is able to read and write Chinese, but no individual thing can actually read or write Chinese? And so, like, philosophically, it's like if you invent an artificial intelligence, like a ChatGPT, that you can input words and it outputs words and it seems like it understood what you were saying, but no actual part of ChatGPT actually processed what was happening. So that's sort of the philosophical thought experiment that has to do with computers from the last century. We have Hyrule YT, Hyrule YouTube, $2. Hey GiBi, I've been sick all day. Thanks for the stream. You are very welcome. I'm glad to be here for all you guys. I had a very stressful day. I had to put together a mattress, which meant throwing away my old mattress. It was a whole thing. But I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I took the day off from Twitter so that people thought I was dead. Okay, Absol says, no, you specifically don't give them a Chinese-English dictionary. You give them instructions for responding. The operator can't understand the information it's processing. Yeah, that's also... that's a more correct way. Thank you, Absol. The guy in the room can't have any understanding of what any of the words mean. Yeah.
Okay, why Chinese? Does this actually mean anything?
It's a mystery what's behind that door, but I believe it's a fluent Chinese speaker who will give me advice.
Can I just ask why? Like, what even is...
Shut! You're only making the joke take longer.
What does it say?
I don't know. I don't understand Chinese.
Hilarious.
I don't know. Why don't you guys hang out at the Digital Lake? These locations have just kinda been there this whole time. Not sure why you never visit them.
You should throw a freaking beach party.
Good boy.
Oh,
So that's in reference to the last episode when Bubbles said you should throw an effing beach party, but actually cursed and it got bleeped. So it's like this time there's the anticipation. But he said freaking beach party. Is this the first time we learned Bubbles' gender, or was that stated in any earlier episodes?
I think it was known for a while, but I don't know if it came like from Goose, like on like social media or something, or if it was said in the show before. But I know before this episode it was known. But
all right. Someone in chat also just said, notice how Kinger is the only one who got the Chinese room joke. Yes, because as we'll learn, Kinger maybe did something to do with programming the Circus and might be a computer engineer.
That could be fun.
Plus, there's some fun
Ragath's doing the stupid arm thing I hate. It's fine. It's fine. It's
NPCs
whatever.
out there that none of you have even interacted with yet.
I'm guessing they're not intelligent ones.
They most certainly are not. Now, go have fun!
25 a month. 5.
That looks like AI. Cringe. That's so AI.
AI and my digital circus show.
Wow, what a good day! Wow!
Alright, so who wants to try Caine's magical changing booth first?
I guess I'll give it a go.
So Absolux Guardian is saying, it's also obvious foreshadowing for the twist that computers can appear to be sapient, but not actually be people. It's so obvious I thought it was a red herring considering everything else. So I think that there's twists on top of twists. I think that we're going toward a big old twisty twist in the real finale.
Wow, you look mediocre. If you ever need a sunburn, give me a call.
I don't want a sunburn.
Should have thought of that before I decided I hate you.
Don't interact with the sun. She's just like that.
Whereas the moon is like legitimately in love with Caine. So it's like the moon is nice and the sun is evil. And the sun is yellow. What does this mean?
Moon is blue, I guess.
Gangle, wait.
I'll get it.
Hey there.
So the first time I watched this, obviously such a funny model, you know, and Caine said, you know, the NPCs aren't smart, but first word out of his mouth, I'm like, that's Psychic Pebbles. I know that voice. That's like one of the most recognizable voices on YouTube. You guys might know him better as Pim from Smiling Friends, but I'm like, oh my god, that's so funny.
But this would be Charlie from Smiling
Charlie.
Friends.
Which one? Who's the yellow one?
That's Charlie.
That's Charlie. Okay, I got the names wrong. I've seen some of that show. But yeah, I thought I'm like that's like such a like it's like getting, you know, like Markiplier or like a MatPat to just appear in the show. It's like, oh, that's a YouTube person I know.
If you want to find my sunken treasure chest, you'll have to try better than that.
And as we know from an earlier episode, they don't actually need to breathe oxygen, so Pomni didn't have to come to the surface. But she was changing colors, which happens when she holds her breath.
So, I was just talking with my brother here, and yeah, you are definitely not getting our sunken treasure chest. Definitely not.
Do I even want your treasure chest? It's not like there's anything to spend money on.
I'm the one that tells lies.
Dude, you ruined it.
This show's so funny.
So like, between the animation and the voice acting, like, yes, it's funny. But again, like if you know what they're referencing, it's like 5 layers of humor on top of each other. So, you know, he's the one who tells lies, so the other one only tells the truth, and you got to solve their riddle, and they're a stupid NPC, but then he gave away the answer, ha ha ha. It's very, very funny. And then what's about to happen is also very funny.
Is that your treasure?
Dude, no, they took everything. That was my entire life savings.
I love the way his mouth moves.
Dude, Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick. That was everything. Oh my god!
Did you find it?
Nah, somebody plundered it before I could.
What?
What? Oh, wait, you're right.
Again, I always recommend you guys watch the episode yourselves, like, because on full-time speed, that whole thing is like 25 seconds, and it's just hit after hit after hit of, like, humorous thing happening. Nothing to do with the rest of the episode. It's just funny.
What was that for?
Oh, let me think. There's that time you ran me over with a steamroller, the time you pushed Gangle into a pool of piranhas, when you set me on fire, mailed me a pipe bomb, threw me into an active volcano. I could go on.
Aren't you supposed to be miserable about your ability to choose your own body or something?
Aren't you supposed to be causing trouble for everyone? I've been starting to think that maybe the ability to change is fine. Not needing to commit to one thing all the time.
How about that?
Wow, it's like a metaphor or something. Like the idea that, obviously what Zubel's been going through this entire time has been terrible. And last episode they had a great conversation with Gangle about how they're the only characters who have these, like, weird avatar quirks where, something about the physical makeup of their body in the circus is, like, a weird, I can't think of the word, not quirk, it was, gimmick. It was a weird gimmick. But yeah, again, having this character who it's all a metaphor and allegory for being trans or for being gender non-binary to come out right now and say, yeah, maybe it's good to, pick. It's more like being gender fluid. And so the idea that, like, this body actually was able to help them realize this thing about themselves internally means that if hypothetically they were to escape the circus, maybe they'd have a newfound understanding for their own identity. And maybe if Gangle were to go through the same level of realization, then when she left the circus, she'd be like, oh, wow, I do sort of hide behind having, a certain emotion or mask or something like that. So, wow, do all the different characters' bodies have something to do with the way that they're supposed to be learning about themselves? I don't know, but I think that Pomni is a clown IRL. I think that Pomni is a jester. And I think that I don't mean like her job is being a clown. I think her job is to give bad news to the king, and that's what's gonna happen. You'll see if you haven't seen the episodes. You'll see. Someone in chat asks, did they pick their avatars? No, the avatars were forced on them. And then Absol points out that Caine states that their bodies are designed after reading their mind files. So the bodies are sort of generated based on some aspect of the real human's mind, but no, they can't change them.
And if I do still have problems, I talk about them with the people I trust.
Good thing I don't have any problems, then.
Where are you going?
Anywhere you losers won't yap my ear off.
Hello there! How's the shrimp NPC?
Because they're all stupid. All the NPCs are stupid. Gonk with $5. Every character has a gimmick. Kinger's was to match his wife. Jax has a false rabbit exterior. Ragatha is easily damaged. Yes. I pointed this out last episode, but they all do sort of have a thing about them. But Zubel and Gangles are so, I guess, extreme that they just didn't see it that way. But I do think that each person's body does reflect something. We will see Jax's true form under the bunny exterior in a future episode, which is something that at this point we're not supposed to know. But I do think that's important because it's almost like he's peeling back layers of him to reveal the inside or something. I wonder if that's relevant to the character change he's also going to go through.
Weird that they would have an NPC just kill another NPC. I mean, I guess they had the chocolate thing do that too.
Yeah, there's been monsters, enemies to fight. But yeah, so this weird, art posy guy, we saw him in a different episode. Are we finally going to learn what his deal is? So these are Jax's friends, and these are people he's lost, and he had to turn the photos around because it was so depressing to look at. And it's just, it's like, oh no, Jax has a tragic backstory.
I find it interesting. This is the first time we get an instance of like acknowledging that Jax was fond of Kaufmo too, because he ignored, like, he didn't go to Kaufmo's funeral and he didn't really react when Kaufmo abstracted. So it's interesting that, like, to see that he did actually care about Kaufmo.
Because Kaufmo, when Jax was yelling at Pomni last episode, he was like, "You have no idea what it's like when someone's about to abstract. It's not pleasant." Which was giving us a hint that, wow, Jax isn't being pleasant right now. Is it possible he might abstract in the near future? I wonder if we'll get any more development on that storyline. So, his best buddy who's not Kaufmo there is a rabbit. Or, oh my god, a rabbit, a frog. And we have the frog hands reaching out to Jax. Is he going to choose to take them? Okay, so it probably doesn't need to be said, but, like, we're seeing sort of into Jax's mind as he begins to abstract, right? Like, literally seeing abstract concepts. And, like, we can say, oh, it's so trippy, but, it's just using those visuals to show what it's like as his mind goes from, like, thinking and being lucid to sort of losing himself and literally abstracting. Because abstraction is both a computer term and also the word they're giving, losing yourself, losing your identity, becoming elucid. But it's very, very cool visuals. I remember the first time I saw this, I'm like, oh no, he's just dead. Like, he's already dead. There's no coming out of this. Like, this happened. He has abstracted. It's gonna cut to Pomni's perspective, and Jax is gonna be gone.
I think he would have been if, a couple seconds more had gone by, or minutes or whatever. You can see Ribbit. That's what all those shapes are. Frog friend.
Yeah. And Kaufmo, yeah, both of them. And himself, oh, it's the picture. Oof. We got $5 from Gonk. Jackson Ribbit touching emulates the one painting of Adam and God. What if abstracting represents abandoning your human identity and becoming God, AI? It seems sort of like it could have been, like, going into the code, right? Like, he loses access to his personality as he enters into sort of, like, the full code of the circus, because theoretically, the circus would hold a potential memory backup of a character like Kaufmo. So like, why can Caine, or why can the program itself no longer access that memory backup? I don't know, but it seems like Jax was going to join them wherever they are, and then was pulled back by Pomni ringing the doorbell. Ooh. And a lot of people always talk about Jax's room. There's a whole theory that Jax is actually trans in the real world. And so the walls being pink and having rainbows and things like that is evidence of that. I disagree with this for a couple reasons. The main one, I guess, would just be that, like, if Jax is female to male trans, why would the Circus and Caine sort of reflect his, like, birth gender, like the one that he's no longer?
Well, the one that I've seen more so is that Jax is male to female trans.
Oh, okay. So, right. But then why wouldn't his body match what's truly on the inside? Like, either way, either his body or the room mix matches his true self. I really think it's just because the show knows, like, I think it's just that, like, Jax is a jerk. He's like a macho misogynist, and so it's like, haha, what if we give him a pink room? But yeah, no, I guess we'll see in the finale. I just do not think that it is gonna end up being the case.
What you do today changes what you need tonight.
Wow. Oh my god, this person got a mattress. I also got a new mattress. Different brand, though. Don't buy that one. Buy from me. When I eventually have my... when I film the ad, make sure you buy from Titan Mattresses.
Way to interrupt my nap.
Can we talk?
Your what?
Yeah. He's not actually an NPC. He's a human.
Yeah, and his door was right over her shoulder. Like, we've seen this for the entire show. His door's just, like, right there with all the rest of them.
Like us.
Yes, I know. Getting stuck with a blank mannequin body of all things. Caine completely overlooked me. But because of this, I was able to, I think I found the way to leave.
The way to leave?
Yes, the way to leave the circus and get back to the real world.
Yes, but please, keep it discreet. If Caine catches on, I doubt he'll ever let us get this far again.
That's why we came to you. We thought you might have a key to the Chinese room.
The Chinese room?
Yes, we're gonna need a place to talk without Caine listening in on us. I have a working theory that Caine will commit to a bit no matter what. And if the bit is to not know what's in the Chinese room, he'll stick to it.
I guess I'll check. These are all the keys I have where I don't know what they go to.
Wait, don't you want to come with us? This could be our one chance to finally leave all this behind.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, someone in chat just said W Pomni for, like, continually reaching out again and again, even when Jax isn't being reciprocative. I can't talk. It's 9 p.m. But yeah, Jax having this, like, what's the point of going back to the real world when my friends are gone attitude, like, also makes sense. You know, conflicting, like, what does he want to stay and, like, or to not exist, I guess. But what's best for him? Probably leaving.
Where even is Caine? He might be suspicious of us even being here.
He's probably in his office, planning adventures.
How do we even know we can trust this guy? Has he done anything to prove he's human?
I've been here longer than any of you. I, helped create this place. I'll explain more when we're in the room, but for now, please just trust me. You will not regret it.
Oh my god, is this guy friends with Kinger?
Am I doing this wrong? None of these even fit in the keyhole.
Has anybody even tried just...
Oh, thank God.
open. Let's just
Pomni's just had enough. Oh my god.
get inside before Caine sees us.
I'll go get Kinger.
We can fill him in later. I don't really know if I'm, ready to face him again after what happened.
Gasp. Revelations to come about what happened? About why they're all here and who really made this place? Oh my god, I'm so hyped.
We've both done things we're not proud of.
All right. Convince me.
I'm one of the original programmers of the digital circus. I was part of a team of experts employed by C&A to bring this place to life. Kinger was one of my co-workers, back when he was still...
You really think Kinger worked with him?
Oh, whoops, sorry.
So we as the audience know that he was a computer engineer for 8 years, and we can also probably assume that he had a lot of this, that he was involved in some way, because he was able to, like, manifest this butterfly and just, like, sort of have a little bit more insight into what everyone else is doing. So we, the audience, have been expecting this for all 7 episodes, and now the show is telling us that that was, in fact, the truth. Big revelations are happening, guys.
I can see it.
He also seemed to like have a lot
as
of
production
guilt. So
Yeah. And
Or
as
something.
we just kind of missed it because we paused it, but Pomni realizes this guy's probably telling the truth because he's as, like, clumsy as Kinger.
Was still...
You really think Kinger worked with him?
Oh, whoops, sorry.
I can see it.
Well, as production went on, the higher-ups at C&A started getting untrustworthy. They began forcibly hooking my fellow co-workers up to the computer in special stasis pods that would keep them alive and analyze their brains. Just awful stuff.
I'm gonna shoot you down and say none of us are CNA employees. How would we have gotten hooked up to this big machine just by putting on a headset?
That's what I wondered as well. But then I remembered that C&A was planning on expanding development. Last I remember, I was asking too many questions, and then poof, I was here. They're probably doing the same to anyone that stumbles into that office. Caine is an AI.
Yeah, I think we all got that.
An AI
So we have this setup now, right? What have we been waiting for since episode 1? How'd they get in here? Why are they here? What's going on to their bodies on the outside? So we know that Pomni put on a VR headset and got sucked into the circus and then couldn't take it off. So, knowing now that what probably happened is this system was up and running that takes people and brings them into the circus and it keeps their body going, but it was probably abandoned because the building was abandoned. And so, does the company still exist? Does it still mean to have this happen, or is it just a coincidence? Is it just like, oh no, we accidentally left the machine that digitizes you on? We don't know. We don't know if CNA is actually evil or malicious, or if it's just an accident, or if they're even still around on the outside. But there's a lot of thoughts floating around in our heads. And I'm not going to spoil anything because I know people in chat haven't actually seen the episode.
specifically created to keep your minds active. But he's just as much of a prisoner as you are. One that, won't be able to leave with us.
Just get to the meat and
That's so depressing. Like, if they all choose to leave, Caine will literally be here alone forever. Cough, cough.
tell us exactly how we're gonna leave if we're all hooked up to stasis pods?
Yes, of course. So, I did some digging, and I discovered that the stasis pods and the virtual world are both run in the same program.
Blue,
So, theoretically,
blue marker,
if
blue
we were
pencil.
to access the master console hidden deep within Caine's office, we could terminate it and forcibly awaken everyone who's hooked up. Well, obviously, except for Caine.
How do we get into Caine's office?
We'll need to steal the key from Caine, and we'll also
So this is just setting up that, like, Caine might try to stop them because he doesn't want to be left alone. So we'll see how that plays into what's going on later.
need administrator privileges. I believe you're good at obtaining keys?
Okay, you know what's gonna happen when we do all this? Caine's gonna pop out and say, "Congratulations on beating the Escape the Circus adventure," and everything's gonna go back to the way it always was.
I've been watching you.
I love how they put this in here to, like, because the audience must be thinking that. Like, in the back of our minds, we're like, there's no way that this is real. There's 2 episodes left after this. There's no way they're going to get out right now. And so, maybe it's all fake. Maybe it's just an adventure. And so having Jack say that now lampshades it. So now we know that's not what's actually happening.
All of you. Every trial, every moment of joy, every abstraction. I wish I could have come to you sooner, but I didn't want to potentially ruin our only chance at escape by telling you before I knew exactly how we were gonna do it. I'm not a creation of Caine. I've suffered just as much as the rest of you. I know this all sounds crazy, but if you follow me, you will see freedom. I'll also draw a face on myself, so you can tell me apart from any other blank NPCs.
What should we call you? Do you have a name?
I do. My name is Abel.
Because we've all just kind of been waiting for it, right? We're waiting for the Abel to Caine's Caine.
Like, is that the name you picked? Or...
Yeah, I thought it would be cool. But anyway, first things first. We need to get that key. In order to get the key, you're going to need to isolate Caine. Try getting him alone. Someplace where he'll feel comfortable confiding in you.
Hey, Caine, you around?
Hey, Jax. I didn't know you could ask if I was around like that. Good job.
You want to get dinner together?
Gasp. A human wanting to hang out with me? How could I possibly turn down such an offer?
So, where you wanna...
So, Jax, what you want to talk about, friendo? Wait, Jax! I wanted to ask you about the adventures. What do you think I should do to make them more appealing to the Zubel and the Pomni?
I think
we should figure out what to order first. Conversation can happen after we've loaded up on digital nutrients.
Then you're going to want to ask him about his hobbies. Odds are he'll get so excited that you care about him, he'll freeze up, and you'll be able to grab the key from inside his mouth.
Inside where?
What are your thoughts on cedar smoked salmon? I cedar smoked salmon, but I hardly know smoked salmon.
Why would the AI know all these puns and jokes and bits? Why is he so obsessed with jokes?
Yeah, I've been wondering, like, because as we later learned, like, entertainment was not something like that was not a directive given to the AI. It just decided to be entertaining.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's a reason for that.
And like Abel being able to say, "Oh, I think Caine will stick to the bit and never know what's inside the room." Why? Is it because he's a circus master? But like circus masters don't tell puns. They sell the show. They're a little, they're loud and they're audacious and they're like, "Hey guys, the elephants are next." But they don't make puns. So like, why is Caine funny? I don't know.
I don't know if this is super relevant, but it came to me, or I remembered it, that the fact that Gooseworks has apparently said that episodes 7 and 8 were originally going to be one episode, but they decided to split it into 2 different episodes. So I don't know if that just the fact that like the 2 are so like instantaneous with one another, right? Like a lot of the adventures is a little bit of a time skip, but 7 and 8 are kind of like one right after the other.
Yeah, like this one ends and the next one starts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's an interesting aspect to keep in mind. So as people in chat just noticed, T-George is going live in about half an hour, so we're only going to be covering 1 episode tonight. Also, it's late and I'm tired, but I really want to think about why things happen the way they happen. And I don't know, but these are things I want to have solved by the time I write my script.
Do you have any secret hobbies?
Secret hobbies?
Yeah, like things you do on your own that you'd be interested in talking about.
Why, I didn't think a human would ever want to ask me about my... This is the most phantasmical moment of my...
So he also did Windows blue screen in episode 1 when he kind of glitched a little. So that's consistent. Yeah, gosh, everyone in chat is like, oh my god, I love T-Dreads. I love Gibby and T-Dreads. Oh, if you guys really loved me, I'd have more than 36 likes right now. Gosh, there's 130 of you
Hey,
watching and only
that's
36
great.
likes. You guys hate me. You're hating me in front of Phazant. What is this?
I find it interesting, this whole thing, right? I mean, like, we're talking about spoilers, but as we learn later, this whole thing was a setup. So, like, is Caine choosing to just pretend to blue screen here? Or did he
He must
actually
be.
give, like... Yeah.
Yeah. Which is odd, yeah. That he can fake things that he theoretically should have no knowledge of.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you supposed to be dead? I saw a whole video about it. If you guys are wondering why I'm not dead, then just rewind to the beginning of the stream.
What you doing there, Jax?
Have I ever told you how it's my dream to get eaten by you?
That's a weird thing to say and want.
Do you remember the past episodes? Caine called them AI when talking to Bubbles. Why is he calling them humans now? Didn't he? I think he always called them humans. Or characters. He may have called them characters. But I don't think he ever called them not humans.
I think because there's the one scene where he's like, the Toy Box character wants us to have the hyper-intelligent AI running for long periods of time or whatever. I think that people assume that was about the humans that he was talking about. But I think it's more so that, like, he was talking about having multiple, like a bunch of gummy goos running 24/7.
Yeah, he didn't want a bunch of gummy goos running around.
Do you really believe it? I mean, everything he says?
I just want to know what Kinger thinks of all this.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
How much do you know about Kinger?
Huh? Oh, I probably know about as much as everybody else, but he's also helped me through some of my hardest times here. Is it weird to say I trust him the most out of everybody?
No, that's not weird at all.
As we'll learn later, they've Kinger's been here the longest and Ragatha the second longest, so like there's a while where it was just the two of them. So like that makes perfect sense. It's just that we the audience don't know that yet.
A similar experience, and I think he might know more about this place than he lets on.
Yeah, he has been here longer than anyone else. And I don't know, I think it's kind of strange that Abel isn't interested in him at all.
Like I said, things between us are complicated. I would love to be able to work alongside him again, and you're right to think he has knowledge about this place. It's just, I made a promise.
What's going to happen to the people in the cellar? Like Kofmo and Ribbit?
I don't know. But let's hope for the best, right?
I think it's
And
interesting that
here we
Ragatha
are,
only
the
mentioned Jax's friends in relation to the people who have abstracted.
Yeah, like, because there's been so many. I mean, Ragatha wouldn't have known Queenie. But surely there's been more. Oh yeah, we'll see so many more later, like a weird dog thing and a clown thing. So yeah, surely she had more friends than just those two.
Straighter zone.
Someone says that the blueprint earlier says that the abstracted will stay if the system is disconnected. Interesting. Mario 64 reference, obviously, nothing else.
This entire hallway is full of those blank mannequin
Like I was saying,
doors
this
as well.
Macroverse place really intrigues me. And these photos are all I have of the location. I'm obsessed with them. I just wish I had more info on the location so I could accurately recreate it. Too bad they cut me off, right?
Yeah.
So, it's so, like, telling. Like, yeah, Caine can't obtain new information. He's cut off from learning. He's not connected to the internet. You know, he's older ChatGPT that only has certain training data. But he can't learn about the outside world.
Yeah, and I think this is spelling out Caine's motivation as well. Aside from making adventures and stuff, he wants to like know what the human world is, which is very,
Very
ham-esque.
AI. Yeah, yeah. It's like, I'm mad because I don't have any feelings.
What a shame.
So, what's your takeaway from all this?
What?
What's your takeaway from all this? Is it that I'm actually a cool guy with cool hobbies and not that much different from you beautiful humans?
Sure.
Wowee! I'm so glad we understand each other a little more. I really am trying my best to make you guys happy, and being appreciated for that just makes me want to celebrate by giving you guys anything you ask for. How's that sound?
Sounds good. This was a nice dinner and everything, but could I go back to the circus? The gals and I were gonna do something which may or may not be a surprise for a special certain ringmaster we want to show our appreciation for.
Gasp! Say no more!
How long is Jax gonna take? I feel like we've been...
Even if some of these details are for the benefit of the characters, for the ruse that he's pulling, that he didn't have an audience for. And we saw him do that earlier in a different episode where he was looking at that photo.
Yeah.
So, like, he
it's
really
odd.
cares.
He said, yeah, when he was first looking at the Caine and Abel, or the CNA, like, where, like, what is it, like, workplace area photos, he said that he had to, like, the reason he wasn't getting himself involved, he was like, I have to go plan for the award show, which is why he wasn't, like, giving them more directions with the gun episode, but then he just sat there and stared at those photos instead of, like, actually doing anything.
Yeah.
And then here again, he's kind of doing the same thing.
It's crazy how human he is for an AI. Wow.
standing here for hours.
Should we tell Kinger what's happening? I feel bad not including him in any of this.
We're supposed to follow Abel's instructions. It probably couldn't hurt to at least give him a warning, though, just to get him into the right headspace.
All of, like, the first time I watched this, all the tension I had was like, they're going to include Kinger, and he's going to go elucid at the wrong time and ruin the escape. And I think that created a lot of tension, because I love Kinger, and I don't want him to, like, you know, mess up and, like, have people blame him and be mean to him. So, like, I kind of felt, you know, all the different perspectives, you know. Pomni wants to include him so he can escape too. Abel doesn't want him to mess things up. And then, you know, Zubel and Gangle here are just like, oh, you know, he should know what's going on, but maybe not be involved in decision-making. So, like, it all makes sense. Every character's motivation makes sense, and you sort of sympathize with all of them. But no, I just love him. I love Kinger, so.
He's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Oh, hi, Gangle. Hi, Zubel. You startled me.
So, we may have discovered something you'll want to hear about. It's
We found a way to leave the circus. We're currently preparing everything, but we need to keep it quiet so Caine doesn't stop us.
Yeah, what she said.
Huh? Leave the circus? How would you... No, that doesn't make sense.
We met up with Abel. He says he was one of the original programmers, and...
So remember, when Kinger's in the darkness, he has his lucidity. So here, with the full capacity of his brain, he's saying, you can't leave the circus, that doesn't make sense. But what does he mean by that?
He knows how to shut off the game and free us.
Who?
We'll continue this conversation later.
So it's like, when he says he doesn't know who Abel is that because he's lucid right now, and Abel isn't real? Or is it because he has memory problems like he always does, and so he doesn't remember this real person? It's so good. It's so well written.
Mm-hmm.
Just thought I'd give
and
you
also,
a heads up.
Zubel and Gangle are the, I guess Jax too, but like they don't know that Kinger becomes lucid in the darkness. Only Pomni and Ragatha know that. So,
yep. Pain. It's so painful.
I am never doing anything for you guys ever again.
Where's Caine?
Worry not, my dear damsel. I think I stopped him from checking up on us for a while, so no need for your distraction anymore. You're welcome.
In other words, you just made us have to wait longer to do our job. Also, don't call me that.
What's the rush? You got someone waiting for you outside?
Don't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I just get this other stuff?
Well, I wouldn't.
Jax must have real friends, like, or a family or something. Like, if the assumption is that he wasn't this abrasive before everyone started abstracting, then you'd think he has real people. Also, I noticed this first watch. This is a reference to the PS2 start screen. I'm like, what a strange reference to be making here. Oh no, it's still muted. Hold on.
Don't you?
Yeah.
And then, it's just so weird. So this is the same black goo that we see in the abstraction area, and that Pomni and Gummy Goo vomited, which is a reason I think that Pomni might be an AI. Mouth with tongue, eyeball, weird, paint MC Escher painting stairs, but like not really. But it's such a strange visual.
So, how many administrator passes should I get?
6.
Yeah, 6.
Are you sure? Giving Kinger access to the main console could be dangerous, considering his mental state.
Will it be dark in there?
I suppose it will be somewhat dim, but...
Then yes. I want us all to have one.
All right. If you say so.
The dark. I think I get it now.
Whatever happens, I'm going to put my trust in Kinger.
He's got a lot of wisdom buried in there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, when he uses it responsibly.
What?
It's nothing. Let's go find the others.
Hey,
So,
don't keep information.
I wonder how much of Abel's character is Caine making up something, or if like this is how Caine feels about Kinger.
I think that the way Abel's talking is how Caine feels about Kinger. I think he resents that Kinger is one of the programmers who made him.
Information from us if you know something. What happened between you and Kinger?
It'll be clear soon enough. So, did you distract Caine?
I took care of that.
He thinks he took care of that, but we really have no way of knowing.
Such little faith in me. Goodness.
Oh, I wonder why. If this whole thing gets messed up because of you, I swear to God.
Yeah, let's just all follow Mr. Obvious Twist Villain instead.
Now wait, hold on. You think...
Let's all just calm down and be a team here. Pomni's got administrator passes for everyone. We're all in this together.
I think on some level, we all knew that they're probably not getting out this episode just because there is 2 episodes after this. But we got to remember that this being called Beach Episode as a misdirection was like a genius move at the time. Like, oh, here's the silly beach episode. And then you click it and it's actually, the one where they escape. Oh my God, it's real. Shows you that stuff all the time. There's a good, a more recent Simpsons episode that did something along those lines. It was called, like, I think Lisa the Boy Scout, but it was actually just, like, an entirely really trippy, like, meta episode. And I think Rick and Morty did that in, like, season 2. I don't remember the name of the episode, but it was, like, you think it's going to be one thing, and then it turns out to be a super important lore-heavy episode. So, yeah, the beach episode, they go to the beach and they hang out. No, this is the one where they frickin' escape the circus. A breach episode, says Smiley404. Oh my God, a security breach. Are
those little hands references to anything?
Zubels?
Like, no, the little administrator passes are like hands. Is that a reference to something?
Oh, if we get a close up, I don't know why. I kind of thought it was like a Game of Thrones Hand of the King reference when I first saw them, but I don't know. It might just be a little brass hand. Yeah, it's just a little shiny hand.
Wait, pardon me.
Huh?
Did you say something?
Rip.
We're going to have to trust that whatever Jax did will keep him distracted. I don't know how long we'll be able to hold these without Caine knowing. So, it's time. Let's go to Caine's office. Caine always did have trouble with cube collisions, for some reason. All right, just how we went over it. You first.
Me? Why me?
Jax, everything's gonna be okay.
Fine. Ball me up.
Oh, like basketball.
Exactly. It's catastrophe. Good old Half-Life collision. We talked about this a lot in the Gummy Goo episode, but I've always thought it's interesting that, like, for something like the show to make sense, you sort of have to have an experience with certain kinds of physics-based games from, like, the 6th generation. And I don't know how common that is. A couple years ago, I was talking to one of my friends, and we were trying to explain to him the concept of the backrooms. And we were like, yeah, it's like if you clip out of reality. And he's like, I don't know what that means. And we're like, like if you can like see through like the walls in a video game, you know how there's just like always a big void outside of the walls? He's like, no. And we're like, like what video games have you played? And he's like, I played GoldenEye in the 90s. And we're like, okay, you know how like if you move the camera, you can kind of see through walls sometimes? He's like, no. And so we just literally could not describe to him what the backrooms were. And so I think it might be similar, if you show this to a kid or you show this to someone who might appreciate animation or like the story, but they don't understand what, the kind of physics reference that this is making, it's a little, it seems like it's coming out of nowhere as opposed to being a real reference to something that actually happens in physics simulations. Your friend is dumb as F, lol. Yeah, no, he didn't play video games. I want to go to the back room, says Sophie. Why? Red and blue. Moon but no sun. The moon is in the red door. Although, no, the sun is over both of them. So the yellow sun is over them both, and red is moon. As we will see, Caine is red. So the moon likes the red, which is Caine, and the sun, which is yellow, is over both of them, because we are theorizing there might be a third yellow AI.
I've seen people say the fact that there's 2 stars on the red door is supposed to be Caine and Bubble.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. TD? No, TD's not till later. TD's not for another 20 minutes.
TD more human.
Luke, $2. Your April Fool's review made my day. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad that a lot of people appreciated it, because I think it's a subject that no other FNAF tuber would ever do in their right mind. I had the idea for over a year to do an April Fool's episode about sirens, so I'm glad that there are people who appreciate it. His stream just started. We'll tell him to get lost.
I want Kinger to go before me.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Now, Pommy, don't feel like I need to go before you just because I have the right of way in a 4-way uncontrolled intersection.
Just trust me. You want to get somewhere dark?
You can say that again.
So, how are you getting up?
I'm not, but I trust all of you to make the right choice.
When we all get out, I'll buy you a beer.
Make the right choice.
Oof.
Whew. I was getting kind of worried something was happening down there.
Time for me to serve my purpose, I guess.
hold on. On the inside.
Purpose, I guess.
So the red door has the 2 things on the bottom, but the moon also has 2.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they're just flipped. So the inside the moon is blue. So the symbolism is totally flipped on the inside. So I guess it doesn't matter at all. And I've always loved these little, like, you know, snow globe world levels. It's like, yeah, that's like a video game. I get it. Skeletons of, like, a human and a star and a fish thing and an elephant tail thing. Gummy elephant.
Abel?
Oh, was that the Candy Kingdom? Was that the Gummy Goo level?
Yeah.
It totally was. Oh my god, that's so rough. What do we got on the shelves? A hand, brass scales, a car, a little circus thing, a geode, some shaves.
Abel said the door to the main console was behind the bookshelf.
Big sun at the end. Which is, again, yellow. This, it's so funny because these just, like, these all look like Banjo-Kazooie or Mario to me. Did we see this world, or is Jax remembering, like, an older adventure?
No, Jackson in I don't remember where this was revealed, but it's Ribbit's voice is who Jax is here.
Oh my god.
Right here.
That's so rough.
Hey, you alright?
I'm great.
Bro's traumatized.
I guess this is it. We're leaving the circus.
Wizard of Oz reference. Come on, Jax, join the team.
Are we still gonna be friends when we're out there?
Why wouldn't we be?
It's just gonna be strange. I've only known you like this. Will it be the same when it's real?
It always was real. Everything we felt, everything we've done, everything we are.
Which is the opposite of how Jax feels. Jax has always been like, this is just a cartoon. So I think part of his, you know, the show is directly telling us that, like, he's traumatized losing Ribbit and Kaufmo and all those friends. But I think it's also going to be hard for him to accept that, like, if he re-enters the real world, that his actions had consequences. When will he learn? When will he learn that his actions have consequences? So Zubel here being like, this was real the whole time. Jax is straight up like, no, it wasn't. Nope, it was not.
It'll never leave us. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you for always being there when I needed it.
Same old odor, same old odor. I didn't need to mute this. That actually didn't have any sound. That's very odd. Wow, it's more AA slop. And there's the console, red and blue.
Kinger, do you want to make the choice?
Why would she say that? Like, oh my god, I understand, like, you know, having faith in him, but that was a crazy poll, Pomni. What are you doing?
Choice of what?
Like wrong. That was just like objectively the wrong decision.
It seems to me like she's also having similar thoughts to Jax, where like, I don't know. It's almost like she's afraid of like leaving, or if like something would happen.
Mm-hmm.
My thought when I was first watching this was like, if they are all like still there in the building with the headset or whatever, that like if they leave the circus, that might just kill them, because like a lot of them should be dead by now if that was the case.
Yeah,
and so like
it's like if you don't know which option is the correct one, maybe letting Kinger decide is like the move. But God, this was so frustrating on my first watch. I was like, how dare you?
Are you sure he's all the way here?
Hey, yeah, wait. Don't we all want to press leave? Why leave it up to him?
What if there's something we don't know? Maybe we should give it a little more time?
Oh, yeah. I love pressing buttons. You, want me to press one of those too?
I don't know.
Am I missing something? We all want to leave, right?
Pomni?
Yeah, we do. It's just, what if it's a trick or something?
Why would there be a trick console in Caine's office? Like, no matter what we press, Caine's gonna know we were here. We should push it.
Hold on. Let's just wait a second and go over everything we know, and maybe we can vote on it or something?
Because Pomni's whole, character trait is anxiety. So she's like, I don't know what to do. And then Jax has... What the dang heck are these? These were like the talk of the town when this episode came out. Because I don't know if you guys know this. That's not animation. That's a real photo. What does that mean? What do you mean Jax is having memories of himself actually outside driving? Like, what? What?
You know what I just thought of? Does this mean that this is not Caine's influence? Because Caine was fed a very specific set of data, and we see that, and none of this is anything that we've seen Caine knows. So this would be like from
his mindscape or whatever. Like the way that they made his body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also, I love, pulling in on him. There's like film grain now, making it seem more gritty and real. But yeah, what's with him driving? I wonder if that could be a hint to something.
My
heart leapt out of my throat the first time I saw this.
What did
oh
you just
my
do?
God.
I
Oh, I'm like, there's no way bro just did that. There's no way. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Gilligan's Island, but it's like, if you think they're going to get off and then Gilligan messes something up, I'm like, oh my God, Jax. How freaking could you? I knew that they weren't going to escape because there's 2 episodes left, but like, that really, really made me extremely frustrated the first time I saw it. But there is a theory that because Jax just had this trauma flashback and it was him driving, and we saw in the fast food episode that Gangle got hit by like an 18-wheeler, that maybe that was something to do with like Jax hitting someone with his car. We don't know, but there will be more evidence to this in later episodes.
Congratulations, my little cattywampus cucumbers! You picked the good ending, where you realize you'd rather stay with me than go back to that pesky old macroverse or whatever we decide to call it. I knew you'd make the right choice.
You mean this was all...
An adventure, yes, and one I've been cooking up for a good long while. Great job playing your part, Abel.
All in a good day's work. By the way, you think I could get a raise after that performance?
Oh, you're getting too smart. Time to delete.
I feel like this episode was the Matt Pat is wrong episode, where Matt Pat was all like Caine and I think it was all intentional, right? But it was for the Matt Pats of the world. The Caine and Abel their bodies are in stasis outside of the circus until all they need to do is hit a button to escape, and then they'll be able to rejoin themselves outside. Like, all the theories everyone had about the whole show was explored in this episode, and then at the end, it's literally just Caine going, nope, those were all wrong, none of that's happening, they're not getting out, their bodies aren't there in stasis, Caine, CNA isn't Caine and Abel, it's not this evil company, nope, you're all wrong, haha, tee-hee.
That was
the hot dog.
Yeah.
I've seen people talk about the fact that Scratch, his character is a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, people have thought about, because, like, Kinger obviously has some kind of connection to Scratch, because he brings it up immediately after this, right? And so people have thought about, like, with the Abel and Scratch connections and stuff like that, if that hot dog actually has some kind of relevance.
Because once we learn the truth, which is, like, everything we've learned this episode is, like, half-truth. So once, like, we learn all that, it will sort of make a little sense in retrospect. Someone in chat just said, all your theories are wrong, goodbye. Exactly. I believed in Soma Theory from the first episode, says Gonk for $2. So that's the theory that all these characters are just, like, copies of someone from the outside. So, like, the real-world Pomni puts on a headset, copies her brain data, shoves her into the circus, and then she just takes it off, goes, huh, that's weird, and walks away. So, like, there is no real world for these characters to return to, because they're all fictional. So it's not the Matrix. It's not Tron. It's just that these are the digital avatars of people who are off living their own lives in the real world. So that's Soma Theory. A lot of people said that they would hate if that was the real ending. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the real ending. But yeah, no, this is the episode that I think killed the idea that they'd actually be able to escape.
It's true. The CNA stuff, the pods, the way out.
A fabrication of my incredible world-building skills.
I was right? I can't believe I was right!
What would have happened if we picked the other button?
Oh, I didn't put too much thought into that one, cause I knew you'd never pick it. So I left that up to Bubble.
I made it take you to Shrimp Town.
Yeah, it was gonna take you to Shrimp Town.
You dirty liar! You scumbag! You made me... You got in my head! You just lie about everything, don't you?
Huh?
You can mess with our minds too, can't you? The stupid sauce, the vegan thing, God knows what else!
Our names?
Now, hold on, guys, wait!
So, this is super important. Because, as Jax is saying right now, he had this weird traumatic flashback right before making the quote-unquote decision to hit that button. And he's realizing that even though Caine says he can't control their brains, their minds, the stupid sauce, which makes them act high, is just programming. It's just an element of the circus, and yet it can change their thoughts. In one episode, he made Jax a vegan during an adventure, and so he couldn't eat meat. So isn't that changing his thoughts? So Jax sitting here is like, wait, did I make that decision, or did Caine make me make the correct decision, because he knew the others wouldn't? And this is something people have been arguing since this episode came out, because we still don't know. And I think you and I disagree on this, Fazant, because I think he did mess with Jax's mind.
Yeah, I think that Jax is running from something in the real world. And I think that, like, I could see a case for, like, maybe Caine brought out, like, a lot of anxiety in Jax, and that made him kind of, like, freak out. But, like, I don't think he was like, and now I'll have Jax push the other button. Like, I think that in part it was Jax, but I could see a case for, like Caine says, like a modifier or something, like Ragatha with the stupid sauce. The stupid sauce made her more, like, say her true feelings and stuff like that, but it didn't, like, control her. I think that could be something that happened with Jax here.
Yeah, it's like a fail-safe. Like, if they're thinking of pressing the other button, Jax goes in to make sure they do the correct option. But, right now he is really acting like he's surprised. Is he surprised that Jax figured that out, or is Jax wrong? I don't know. Let's see.
Wait. I may have the ability to add temporary modifiers to make adventures more interesting, but that's it. If I did anything more, trust me, it would not end well.
Scratch. The first abstraction.
Hey! I didn't say anything like that! Come on, guys! You know I'm just here to...
So that means that Scratch abstracted because Caine messed with his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is what Kinger is saying right now. And he's staring at a giant void of light. So, like, he thought that, he realized that through his like, maximum elucidity.
People have also brought out, especially with how much Abel was, like, antagonistic towards Kinger in this episode, if Kinger's, like, light-dark thing is something, like, a modifier brought on by Caine, where Caine doesn't want Kinger to be lucid all the time. And so he gave Kinger that modifier of, like, you know, when you're in the light, you're insane.
Yeah.
Have fun? Questioning's over. Your prize is this lovely gift basket of soaps and lotions. Stay fragrant, have a good light. Fragrant night. Bye!
I hated this cliffhanger so much. We had to wait literally months. Yeah, that was back in December, and then the new episode came out like 2 weeks ago. Oh my god. That episode was crazy when people watched it. Yes, Mirror Fanboy, that is the end. Yeah, this episode had so many revelations, but then it was also, half of them were fake. You know, it was all a setup. It was all like, you gotta watch it the second time through and realize, oh no, wait, what Abel was saying was just straight up a lie. Man, end of this episode was so explosive because of the ending. Yeah, and it's also like, you know, we've been building, this one I think had the least like character work. We've been building toward all of these, you know, Jax changing as a person, or maybe Gangle standing up to Jax, or Kinger being totally insane, or Jax abstracting. And besides the scene of Jax almost abstracting in this episode, it really was like it was a plot episode, not a character episode. And so it gave us a lot to think about and want to see the resolution of, but it didn't really move the story forward. It only moved the information we have forward. And yeah, no, I apologize. I'm going to have you guys have to wait to see episode 8 next time I stream. You're going to have to go maybe a day or two. Tisk. Because it is almost 10 o'clock here, and I am incredibly tired, and T-Dreads has stolen all my viewers. So everyone, actually, I gained 20 viewers, but that's whatever. So everyone, I'm going to link you to TD's stream. Thank you for being here, and you guys should hop on by next time. I hope I did that link correctly.
Yeah.
Did that link correctly? Yes. Okay, hop on by next time when we finish up the series with the second to last episode and the most recent released episode. So we'll see you next time. Goodbye and good night, Macron, Dodge, Macaroon, Weapons, Pomni, Pomni, Sentient Jax Thrower. Okay. I wonder if you're a fan of the show.